Hello everyone. So this is the fourth session of the advances in post-harvest technology of fruits and vegetables, and the topic which we'll be covering today is structure and composition of fruits and vegetables. So what basically are fruits? The fruit commercially comprises various combination of tissues that may include an expanded ovary, the seed and other tissues. The definition of fruits are the edible product of a plant or a tree consisting of the seed and its envelope, especially the latter when juicy and pulpy. Consumer definition of fruit is plant product with aromatic flavor which are either naturally sweet or normally sweetened before eating. Vegetables do not represent any specific botanical grouping and exhibit wide variety of plant structure. Example: edible seeds, roots, stem, leaves, bulbs, tubers, non-sweet fruits or herbaceous plants. Vegetables are grouped into three main categories such as seeds and pods, contain natural wax coating. Example: many legumes. Bulbs, roots and tubers, no coating, but tuber has tuberization. Flowers, buds, stems and leaves have lower shelf life. Now, how are fruits and vegetables categorized? Generally, what is the basic difference between fruits and vegetables? Generally, fruits are generally consumed as raw, not during meals. Vegetables are consumed as cooked during meals. Fruits are more sweet, vegetables are less or nil sweet, not sweet. Fruits are juicy, pulpy and luscious. Vegetables are hard and mostly not juicy. Fruits are developed from flower part and inflorescence, and vegetables can be stem, leaf, roots, flowers. Fruits are mostly woody perennial, and vegetables are mostly non-woody annuals or biennials. Fruits are mostly propagated asexually, and vegetables are mostly propagated by seed. Fruits are acidic and are commonly called as high acid foods. pH is less than 4.5. Vegetables are less acidic than fruits and hence classified as low acid foods, that is pH is greater than 4.5. Acidity naturally controls growth of microorganisms, and microorganisms are able to grow in moist low acid products, which may lead to spoilage and the possibility of food poisoning. The spoilage microorganisms are molds and yeasts which consumed rarely caused diseases. In vegetables, to prevent minimize the microbes like bacteria, various methods are employed like processing. In fruits, the processing may be achieved by using preservatives such as sugar, salt and vinegar, and by drying, concentrating or fermentation. In vegetables, processing by means of heating to destroy bacteria, or by pickling, salting or drying to inhibit bacterial growth, possibility of transmitting food poisoning bacteria to consumers is used. Fruits and vegetables are alive after harvest. Horticultural products respire by taking up O2, giving off CO2 and heat, and also transpire. While attached to plant, losses due to transpiration and respiration are replaced by flow of sap which contains water, photosynthetics and minerals. These functions continue even after harvest, and since the produce is now removed from the normal source of H2O, photosynthetics and minerals, the produce entirely depends on their own food reserves and moisture content. Therefore, loss of repairable substrates and moisture are not made up of, and deterioration has commenced. Hence, products are perishable. Physiology of fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are living entities and diverse in structure, composition, and physiology. They have the typical plant cell system. The life of fruits and vegetables can be conveniently divided into three major physiological stages following germination. These are growth, maturation, and senescence. So, talking about growth. Growth involves cell division and subsequent cell enlargement, which accounts for the final size of the produce. Maturation usually commences before growth ceases and includes different activities in different commodities. Growth and maturation are often collectively referred to as development phase. Senescence is defined as a period where synthetic biochemical processes gives way to degradative processes, leading to aging and finally death of the tissue. Ripening is a phase of qualitative change which occurs in fruits, particularly after completion of maturation, during which the fruits becomes acceptable for consumption in terms of taste and flavor. Ripening occurs during the later stage of maturation and is the first stage of senescence. Fruit respiration. One of the major physiological and biochemical changes which occur in fruits and vegetables is a change in the pattern of respiration. The respiration rate of produce is an excellent indicator of the metabolic activity of the tissues and thus is a useful guide to the potential storage life of the produce. If the respiration rate of a fruit or vegetable is measured as their O2 consumed or CO2 evolved during the course of the development, maturation, ripening, and senescent period, a characteristic respiratory pattern is observed. The respiratory pattern also impacts the pattern of evolution of ethylene. Based on this pattern, fruits can be classified into climacteric and non-climacteric. Few fruits exhibit the pronounced increase in the respiration increase in CO2 and C2H4 coincident with the ripening. Such increase in the respiration is known as respiratory climacteric, and this group of fruits is called as climacteric. Factors which are responsible for the respiration, that is external and internal factors, that is temperature, relative humidity, gas composition in the ambient as with the cell, moisture content of the tissue, wounding or injury, type of the plant part, stage of development of tissue, surface area to volume of the produce, pre-harvest treatment and pH methods employed, chemical composition of tissue, size of the produce, presence of natural coating on the surface. The difference between climacteric and non-climacteric fruits. Now talking about the difference, climacteric fruits normally they ripen after harvest, and non-climacteric fruits are fruits that do not ripen after harvest, ripen on the plant itself. The quality of the fruit changes drastically after harvest, characterized by softening, changes in color and sweetness, except in avocado which will ripen only after detached from the plant. In non-climacteric fruits, the quality do not change significantly after harvest except little softening. Do not change to improve the eating characteristics. Climacteric fruits exhibit a peak in respiration. Non-climacteric fruits do not exhibit a peak. Climacteric fruits are more ethylene is produced during ripening. In non-climacteric fruits, little or no ethylene is produced. In climacteric fruits, significant increase in CO2 production happens. In non-climacteric fruits, there is no significant increase in CO2 production. In climacteric fruits, significant increase in CO2 is produced, and in non-climacteric fruits, it happens slowly. Climacteric fruits decrease in internal oxygen concentration, and in non-climacteric fruits, there is increase. In climacteric fruits, low concentration of ethylene, that is 0.1 to 1.0 micro per day, is sufficient to hasten ripening. Not much response is seen to exogenous applications of ethylene. Many climacteric fruits examples are many except in the opposite column. Non-climacteric fruits are bell pepper, blackberry, blueberry, cacao, cashew, apple, cherry, citrus, carambola, cucumber, eggplant, grape, lychee, loca, okra, olives, pea, pineapples, pomegranate, pumpkin, raspberry, strawberry, tart, cherries, etc. That's all for this session.